Hey everybody, welcome to Gerald's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making Matzo Ball Soup, New Mexico style, made with New Mexico green chili. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to need to create this awesome green chili matzo ball soup are a couple of cracked eggs that we're going to mix up a little bit with a fork. So let me go ahead and put those in now. Then we're going to go ahead and those of you that know me know that I like to make most of my meals semi-homemade. So for this, I'm using a package of Matzo Ball Soup. So what I'm going to do is mix in the packet that comes along with that of the matzo meal. Then, because I like my matzo balls to be a little bit more floaty, I'm going to add in a little pinch or so of some baking powder. Then, next I'm going to go ahead and add in my green chili. Here I have some New Mexico flame roasted green chili that I roasted myself. If you don't have this, you can buy flame roasted chilies or green chilies from the grocery store in a frozen food section, or you can also use canned chilies if you really have to. I'm using about, I'd say about half a cup of the green chili in this recipe. The other half is going to go into the broth. Now I'm going to mix it all together. This is going to go into the refrigerator where it's going to rest for about 15 to 20 minutes. When it comes back out, we'll start making the matzo ball. While the matzo meal is sitting in the refrigerator resting, the next thing we're going to do is bring 10 cups of water to a boil, and we're going to add in the soup packet that came with that matzo ball soup mix. We're going to give it a quick stir, kind of mix it up a little bit. And notice these large chunks. You can go ahead and wait and put that in after the water's been boiling, or you can just leave it like I did, bring it to a boil, and it'll go ahead and unclump as it boils. Now I'm going to add in a little bit of green onion and about 2 tablespoons of the vegetable or olive oil. In this case, I'm using olive oil. And I'm going to give that a good stir. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator and let it rest for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now you can see that the chicken broth has come to a nice rolling boil. I'm going to kind of give it a quick little stir. And I'm going to turn it down just a bit to about medium heat. And I'm going to go ahead and add in the rest of the green chili. Some carrot that I've shredded, and a little bit more green onion. And we're going to let that continue to boil while we go make our matzo balls. So now what you're going to want to do is make the matzo balls. And to make the matzo balls, what you're going to want is to get your hands a little bit wet with some water. That keeps the matzo from sticking to your hands. You're going to pinch off a little bit of the matzo meal, and you're going to make this into about 1-inch balls. And don't worry, they are going to poof up a little bit whenever you cook them. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry about making it perfect. Just have some fun, put your love into it, and you'll enjoy it. So you can see this made 9 matzo balls. So now we're going to go ahead and drop the matzo balls into the soup base. And we're just going to very gently drop them in. And we're going to cover it and reduce the heat and let it simmer for 20 minutes. Well, it's been 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and lift the lid and check it out. So here you can see through all the steam that the matzo balls have puffed up just as I suggested that they would. So we have our 9 matzo balls. We have a nice broth. Let's go ahead and serve up this delicious smelling, delicious tasting green chili matzo ball soup. So we'll typically start with 2, maybe 3 of the matzo balls. And here you have it, New Mexico matzo ball soup, just like my Jewish New Mexico mother would make.